can't believe I'm doing this. Yes, we are going to be reacting to the Gogeta versus Vegito video by Screw Attack. Death battle. Gogeta versus Vegito. We are going to be reacting to the death battle, right, between the two. And I have seen a lot of stuff over on social media talking about Twitter. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch the video myself. It's 19 minutes. It can be worse, right? I don't normally watch death battle. I have, but it's been years. I'm talking like 5, 6, 7. The years goes on. And yeah, I haven't really been interested, but seeing as how I see a Gogeta and Vegito and I saw, whatever, we're gonna watch it, okay? Like I say, every day you feel me, you wake up that it's a W. Don't ever take that for granted. Ever. It is your savior. RikuTheBest, better than the rest, AKA the Dark Knight. You call me that, you good for today. All right, now I don't want to stall any longer. Let's just get into the video, man. I don't know what my expectations are, but they're not good. I'll tell you that, okay? Okay, Rooster Teeth, yep.
Last one! Man, these things are so easy to find nowadays.
Yes! Now, with this ultimate power, I can finally conquer the world.
Gogeta fight Vegito!
What?
Oh, come on! It's the ultimate Dragon Ball question! Which fusion of Goku and Vegeta is stronger? Gogeta, the combo greater than legends, or Vegito, the mix who surpassed gods?
Intriguing. They are in many ways identical, yet
I could give a care in the world about both fusions. My favorite is Gotenks. We move.
Still quite different. Though in canon, they only have a collective total of 3 brief appearances. To truly determine who would win, let's examine all of their material.
So that's
hold on to your
I'm just gonna go into this with a grain of salt, like.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh boy, I am not looking forward to this.
Imagine it's 1995 and you're at a movie theater in Japan. You're there to watch Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn, and it's gonna be the most radical movie ever, dude. I mean, yeah, it was a little weird when Adolf showed up, but then it happened. Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only one option left. They merged into a single being of amazing power, Gogeta! And that would be the greatest thing 8-year-old you ever saw.
Nope.
Yep,
sorry.
Fun fact, while Vegito had already debuted in the manga 2 months earlier, Gogeta was created first. After all, the movie had been in production throughout the previous year.
2 Saiyans, the proud son of royalty and the lower-class champion becoming one epic powerhouse? This is the true potential of Goku and Vegeta. Easily a top 5 Dragon Ball moment. Hey, nothing beats the first time we saw Super Saiyan.
That is true.
I think this comes
that moment is still legendary to this day.
Taught to Goku by the Metamorans, a mysterious alien people who we never actually see.
But I'd guess they like wearing crop tops with inflatable shoulder pads. Anyway, when Goku taught this fabled technique to Goten and Trunks, it was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen.
This is the fusion dance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Precise movement routine. This technique requires
the king of all fusions, baby.
Levels in order to
the god of gods.
A literal personification
Don't
of the phrase,
disrespect me
only
like
as
that.
strong as the weakest link.
It's pretty easy
Don't
to
disrespect
screw
me
up,
like that.
trust me. But if you nail it, you're the baddest mother effer on the planet.
Though not part of mainline canon, Goku and Vegeta first used this to battle Janemba, a demon basically composed of essence of evil. Probably smells like
Janemba's actually pretty cool.
Vegeta defeated him in less than 2 minutes. 20 years later, Gogeta would become canon to conquer one of the most dangerous entities in the multiverse, Broly.
Obviously, Gogeta's super powerful, but I think his most underappreciated skill is how he comes up with awesome attack names. Like the Big Bang Kamehameha, Stardust Fall, Meteor Explosion, and the ultimate villain killer, Stardust Breaker!
A fancy-looking attack that completely obliterates.
So should I just keep pausing this and just give him? It's 19 minutes, so I'm trying to get through it without talking too much. Otherwise, it'd just be whatever.
Obliterates all traces of evil within a target.
That's how it took out Janemba in one shot. The guy was literally made of evil. Or cats.
Weirdly enough, this is similar to Devilman's Devil Might Be.
That's my
which
homie.
Causes the evil within a person to explode. And
oh, you mean Spike? That guy's hilarious. Which obscure character are you gonna reference next? Icarus? Sour Man. General Rildo? Oh man, that guy's just one letter up from General Dill.
Over the years,
What does that have to
Gogeta
do
has
with?
achieved the empowered forms of Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue, and even Super Saiyan 4 in his battle against Omega Shenron.
Super Saiyan 4 is a totally unique branch of transformation.
Pretty
Instead
cool.
of using divine ki
The
like Super
community
Saiyan God,
is pretty divided on Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan Blue. It's funny to think about it, but you know, of course, my preference will always be Super Saiyan 4. Although it's not
further
kind of.
into Goku and Vegeta's Saiyan bloodline, giving them fuzzy red fur and teen goth eyeshadow.
Goku has also claimed this form increases a Saiyan's inherent aggression, though you wouldn't know it with Gogeta. He basically becomes Dragon Ball's Bugs Bunny, reveling and messing around with his foe any way he can.
Until the fusion runs out. That's right, the fusion dance has a time limit of 30 minutes. This can be reduced even more if Gogeta uses up a lot of energy. Against Omega Shenron
Oh my
and
God.
GT, he split apart after about 10 minutes.
I remember
more
that.
evidence that the amount of power Gogeta possesses is enormous. Even repeatedly striking Broly so hard that the boundaries between dimensions shattered like glass wasn't enough to burn through his time. Hell, he was only in Super Saiyan 1 when he did that. After going blue, Broly didn't stand a chance. Based on earlier
I
in the
mean,
film,
yeah.
Whis' reaction even implies that Gogeta could possibly take on Beerus.
In Dragon Ball Heroes, Gogeta continues to prove he's one of the multiverse's S-tier fighters.
It's funny because Dragon Ball Heroes has never been something I was interested in because it's really like when I think of Dragon Ball Heroes, I think of like fan-made fight stuff that I wanted to see as a kid, but now it's like I don't care to. I don't know. Is that weird to say like Super Saiyan 4 Blue Kaioken times 10? You get what I'm saying with this, right? Good. No.
He even defeated the Crimson Masked Super Saiyan Rose Full Power Goku Black.
That's
and
too
Ultimate
long
God
of a
Slayer
name.
Heart
What?
God Hater. You know, those guys.
And two Gogetas together could take on Fu.
Just Fu? After all that, he's just called Fu?
Dark King Fu, the artificial bio-android demon mutant. He has Saiyan, Namekian, Earthling, Majin, and Eternal Dragon DNA.
Is this fan fiction?
Hearts the God
Pretty
Wanderer
much,
claimed
is
Fu
what I
could
think.
become an entity akin to Zeno, that little blue baby who can erase a multiverse with a thought.
But these Gogetas achieved even stronger forms than before. One was in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, the boosted form Vegeta achieved during the Tournament of Power. The other was Super Saiyan 4, but not just any Super Saiyan 4. He was Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker.
What?
I think my tongue is permanently twisted.
Yeah, that
now.
name
These
is
two
that
forms
name gotta
fighting
go.
side by side implies that, at least in this iteration, both are similar.
I
if
hate
not equal
implying
in
full power in a
Gogeta's
damn
so
form.
Cool. And they're
Yeah, that's one thing I've always hated, implying full power in a form, because technically Goku was full power Super Saiyan in the Cell saga when he technically mastered it. Was he not against Cell? When he figured out he couldn't beat him, that's why he just did what he could and gave up, you know? Like,
There are tons of people who think he'd win this matchup.
In Weekly Jump issue 28 from 1995, the fusion dance was stated to unify Goku and Vegeta's spirits and draw out their power to the max. As long as a fight with Vegito lasts less than 30 minutes, the magazine says Gogeta should win.
And then in the video game Raging Blast, there's a what-if scenario
Not
where
bad.
Gogeta beats Vegito in a sparring session. But he was about to run out of energy, so maybe it could have gone either way.
Though with his power and skill, it's unlikely any opponent would push Gogeta to his limits. Two of the greatest warriors in history merged together as one. What more could you want as a fan? And what more could you fear as a foe?
okay, Vegito time.
It's the spring of 1995.
Hey.
A demonic menace has threatened
Hey.
to consume the world
That
in chaos.
Busak-
Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only one option left: fusion. They used one of their most incredible techniques.
Shut up. I don't know why when I see this happening, I just go back to the argument about Majin Buu and who the strongest Buu was. I don't want to go through with that again.
To become a merged being of unimaginable power. Does this sound familiar?
But there wasn't time to teach Vegeta an awkward dance routine he'd ultimately despise. Instead, they used the Patara.
Only the gods themselves could rock bling like this.
Okay.
That's right, the Patara earrings come from the Kais, the gods that supervise the universes.
By placing one earring on each person's opposite ear, the Patara forcibly fuses the two beings together, no power level matching required. In this case, Goku and Vegeta fuse to become Vegito.
Don't say the
Okay,
other name.
seriously, Vegito? Couldn't they have a better name?
It's not that bad. And remember, Fusion Reborn started production well before Toriyama penned Vegito's first appearance.
So, Toei called dibs on the better name, huh? But still, shouldn't it be like Vegito? Not like that's
What?
much better either. Why
Vegito's-
Vegito?
I would take Vegito's name over Gogeta. I mean, they're
Vegito is
good
formed from the
names.
first half of
I ain't gonna
Gogeta
nitpick.
and the latter half of Kakaroto. This is why Viz Media actually translated it to Vegerot.
Oh, that one sucks too. Okay,
Okay,
Ford,
yeah,
now
that
let's
one's kinda
talk about
bad, not
how
gonna
he
lie.
blows shit up real good.
Vegito has numerous techniques that are entirely his own, many of which are fittingly perfect combinations of Goku and Vegeta's signature moves, such as the final Kamehameha.
Yes,
Formed like
sir.
Vegeta's final flash, but fired like Goku's Kamehameha wave. He's got a Spirit Sword, the Saiyan Shield, and the Banshee Blast. Which, no,
Like,
it's
they
not the
both
Ghost
have cool
Detective thing.
techniques, like the Banshee Blast. Like, my man was just toying around, much like how Gogeta was with, you know, ironically. Wait, Gogeta, has he toyed around with anyone? Wasn't exactly toying around with Broly in the movie, but damn, Gogeta, you gotta lighten up. Now that I think about it, you are always serious since OGT, although that's not canon. Gogeta, you gotta chill, fam.
Vegeta's
Have fun in
powers
life. God damn.
Majin Buu was no match. Super Vegito was so friggin' powerful that even being turned into candy didn't slow him down. It just made him delicious.
broken.
His level of power had transcended to such an impressive degree that he was capable of effectively ignoring having his matter
yo.
entirely altered and his DNA eradicated. He continued on as the incredible fighting candy.
No mouth, no brains, no organs of any kind, and he still kept slapping around that big pink ass.
Phrasing. Presumably, this
Really?
is similar to how Vegeta overpowered Babidi's mind control, or how Goku broke through Hit's time skip with Kaioken. A greater power level can overrule basically anything a weaker one
God,
does.
Monster.
Though, to be fair, the Super Candy is a pretty extreme example.
But Vegito's a pretty extreme guy, even for the Dragon Ball multiverse. He later got that godly blue hairspray and beat the crap out of merged Zamasu, a double deity. Like a fusion dick measuring contest.
Okay,
but
can you not
close.
can
Though
you not do
similar
that?
to his dancing counterpart, Vegito's time ran out after he overtaxed himself.
Which was kinda weird. Back in the day, they said these Potara fusions were permanent. Turns out it's only permanent for Supreme Kais. Vegito's form can last up to 1 hour before.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was explained why Vegeta was split inside of Boo's body. So I guess I don't know if they hit any other evidence as to why it wasn't permanent, because in the Boo saga at least they only split because, well, I guess it was an assumption at the time they were inside Majin Buu's body when, you know, Vegito had up the barrier around his body, and they assumed, I guess, whatever was inside his body kind of dissolved the fusion, because he mentioned to Vegeta before they fused that it was going to be permanent. And I guess, you know, at the time the assumption was maybe it was some weird going on inside of Majin Buu body when they were absorbed, and off of that they split from the Potara. So
Or splitting apart, but can be shortened severely if he goes full tilt. In the manga, Vegito formed after Zamasu fused, and split apart when they expected fused Zamasu to have 20 minutes left, meaning he cut his time down to 40 minutes at most, though in the anime it was way less since he tried to quickly overpower Zamasu with a single attack.
The Potara have their own set of rules. Unlike the fusion dance, this form is maintained by the power of the earrings, not the fusers themselves. As such, destroying the earrings ends the fusion.
And if you slap the Potara on while in a Super Saiyan form, you can't power down while fused. So if Goku and Vegeta aren't careful, they can find themselves draining power when they don't need to. But surprise, Vegito's got into his own Super Dragon Ball
Oh,
Hero
God.
shenanigans, and he's got the full power Red Fur 2. Look, Wiz, I think I'm having deja vu.
Aside from Fu, he's battled heavy-hitting threats
Can't
to the
believe I'm
multiverse
hearing
like
this.
Humber and Mechikabura.
And just like
Who the
with
fuck are
Gogeta,
those?
there's
Yeah,
plenty of
I'm-
people who think Vegeta would win this fight.
Daizenshus 4 and 7, basically two Dragon Ball encyclopedias, claim that the Potara fusion is superior to the fusion dance.
Old Kai said this too.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm doing this for the sake of content. I don't really care which one they think is stronger, or like at this point, for me at least, they are the same people, but I don't want to ruin that. Maybe I should have said that till the end. Okay, keep going, Riku.
That the Potara provide a greater effect.
Though they both may be referring to what was believed at the time to be a permanent fusion. Not having to worry about overspending your time limit would certainly be a greater effect if it were true.
But hey, there's nothing
Is that a
can
mod?
get in the way of Vegito's awesome power. Gods and demons alike are no match. When there's no one strong enough to save the day, then perhaps two will do.
Oh boy, Gogeta versus Vegito.
Gogeta, am I really that much taller than you?
Stuff it, Kakarot!
Silly. Oh God. I don't know what to think right now. I will say this, Gogeta base form look kind of clean because it's something we're not used to as opposed to Vegito. Ooh! Okay! Okay! Spit! Lol?
Not bad. Want to kick it up a notch? Sure. But how about some variety?
Just, all right. Oh, it's kind of cool, I guess. Not gonna lie, it's kind of cool. Big Bang Kamehameha versus Final Kamehameha. I had to think about that for a second. It's like, what was it again?
My turn.
Did he take a page from Gogeta book? Really? Ah, did he take a page from Sheesh.
Gotcha.
I like this move. I love this move. That was actually pretty dope.
Guess it's now or never.
Are they really gonna have Gogeta win? Wait, what the hell? I actually did not expect him to win. Wait, what the hell? Okay, I did not expect that. I did not expect that.
Man, that was epic. Totally worth the wish. Oh, I guess we probably could have solved a lot of world problems with that.
I suppose world domination can wait another year. This fight was
Wait.
incredibly close. Nope, seriously, how could it not be? They're almost exactly the same person.
With a few minor differences.
I want to pause right here, actually, or I'll go back to it. 1605. I'll go back to it.
There, like
I'll go back to it.
attacks. Neither Vegito nor Gogeta had one single power that provided an absolute edge over the other.
Except perhaps Vegito's longer time limit, though it's not so clear-cut. Both have overtaxed their energy quick enough to end their fusions in less than 10 minutes. Time
They
isn't the
always do
factor,
that.
but also whatever is maintaining each fusion. Gogeta's body and Vegito's earrings. It's possible Vegito's power can actually drain the Potara faster than Gogeta's does his own body.
Still, it's twice the time, and that definitely gave Vegito more flexibility and strategy. So more often than not, it's safe to say Gogeta would run out of juice first.
Also, when Vegito or Gogeta defuse from power overuse, it's typically difficult for them to immediately fuse again due to that lack of energy.
But Vegito had another one over Gogeta. No matter what, he'd always have a very slight power advantage. Remember how the fusion dance requires the fusers to match their power levels? Well, the Potara don't need that.
Goku doesn't need to match Vegeta's slightly lower power levels, so there's nothing stopping
Okay, y'all
Vegito
don't have to
from
point that out,
combining the
please, man. I'm a
parts.
Vegeta fan. Chill, bro.
Poor Vegeta. You'll get your day in the sun one day, buddy. Oh, who am I kidding?
This might be what Old Kai was referring to when he said the Potara had a greater effect.
But hey, could Gogeta have destroyed the earrings? Nope, he would have had to be able to overpower Vegito first, like how Goku could only destroy Kefla's earrings after he reached Ultra Instinct.
Remember, when comparing levels of power in Dragon Ball, the greater one can overrule almost anything the weaker one does. The earrings likely tend to be protected by the user's ki aura, similar to their clothing.
The only time we've ever seen Potara damaged or specifically targeted are when the wearer is overwhelmed or in a vulnerable state. If any stray ki blast could destroy them, we'd have a lot more broken earrings by now.
That's true.
Lastly, there's some debate over their personalities. In their first appearances, Vegito seemed rather cocky and playful against Buu, whereas Gogeta was far more deliberate against Janemba, and thus far more successful. However, these are not core personality traits, and assuming so would be inconsistent with Vegito's serious fight with Zamasu and Gogeta's more brash fights with Broly and Omega Shenron. Context is key. As far as personality and mental ability goes, Gogeta and Vegito are practically identical. In the end, Vegito's higher power level, no matter how slight it was, made a big difference in protecting and maintaining his longer, more flexible time limit.
Gogeta was gonna need meta more than that to beat Vegito. Sorry, Wiz, I know that pun was potarible.
Wait, shut up. Earth's Dragon Balls give 2 wishes, right?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Shenron, I wish for you to fuse me and Wiz.
Ain't no way they just did this. Ain't no way I'm about to.
The winner is Vegito.
From what I was seeing over on Twitter, I thought I saw Gogeta win. What the hell?
Thanks for watching, and doubly
I
thanks
appreciate that. More music. Now it's time for me to talk before I forget my train of thought. Okay, so 1605 is where I want to go back to, correct? Yeah, 1605. I want to see what they put as far as the skills and abilities and whatnot. Okay, so has more mechanical victories. I mean, wait, no, wait, how does that even, huh? I mean, how does that make sense? First and foremost, because the only canon victory he has is against Broly. Like, Gogeta hasn't killed anyone in the canon timeline, right? He hasn't killed a single person. Neither has Vegito. I don't want to bring up that Trunks moment. I mean, Vegito beaten Buhan and Zamasu, to be honest, but I mean, he wasn't the ones to finish them off, but he was stronger than them both. Of course, you know, one was Buu Saga, one was, you know, the Goku Black Arc Saga. And the only time we've seen Gogeta Blue, obviously, or just the Gogeta canonically, is the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. The Janemba ain't canon. Ain't got it. Don't worry about that, you know? So more exclusive techniques. I feel like they both have unique techniques. You know, one has Stardust Breaker, obviously the other has Spirit Sword and Banshee Blast, or whatever you want to name these techniques, a different variation of a Kamehameha Wave, whether it be Big Bang, Final, whatever the case may be. It's still a combination of the two people being fused, which brings me to the point in saying that Vegito and Gogeta, I don't know how the power distribution is nowadays with everything being changed and blah, 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 and this is this now. But for me, Gogeta and Vegito have always been the same person. They have always been the same. Now, for argument's sake, and for bragging rights, yeah, you can brag about liking Gogeta more than Vegito. I'm okay with that. I'm cool. You know, if you want to like troll and just, you know, just joke around a bit, you know, like over on Twitter, oh no, Gogeta better than Vegito. I'm cool with that. But if we keep it real and keep it serious, Vegito and Gogeta are literally the same person. They are literally the same person. That's what brings me to this discussion right here. Equal skill, pretty much. Unable to power down after fusion. I mean, it depends on how they fuse, because technically they fused into base form in the boost, I guess, when we first saw Vegito, right? And then he just went to what, Super Saiyan 2, whatever transformation he went into. Then he powered up. I mean, it was the same both ways. Gogeta fused into base form in the movie, the Broly movie, right? Let's see, no power matching required. I mean, yeah, I guess. For Potara, you don't need to like level your power for the fusion dance more like Goten and Trunks, stuff like that, because, you know, Trunks had to lower his own power level to fuse a Goten just a tad bit. You know, he's a little bit older, so he's a little bit stronger. Fusion dance can fail if performed improperly. Of course, you know, they know how to do the dance. Goku already knew the dance. He taught it to Goten, Trunks, and Piccolo, right? He learned it. I think he said he learned it in, was it in Otherworld? Where he had learned it? I can't remember exactly. Busai was like 45 billion years ago. And shorter duration. I feel like the duration is always up for discussion, only because it's come down, in my opinion. Obviously, we know that the Potara fusion lasts a lot longer, supposedly, than the fusion dance. However, if you use up this amount of power, then you're going to shorten the duration of your fusion. So at this point, Hell, they could be at the same damn time. It just really depends on how much power they use, how much power they, you know, end up having when fusing initially. So Gogeta can do the fusion dance, you know, take a little slower. You can go into Vegito and just go all full power. I guess it all comes down to how much power you really use to determine how long you stay in the damn fusion, which obviously brings me back to them being the same damn character. And that's why my favorite fusion is Goat Tinks. Yes. For reasons, of course. I won't talk about that. This is Gogeta versus Vegito. So, I mean, I don't think I have anything else to describe the video. Not gonna lie, the video was overall solid. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Even as a Dragon Ball fan, I don't want to be that. But anywho, actually tip the glasses. Actually, you know, I don't want to do all that. But from a fan of Dragon Ball, from that standpoint, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But I was actually shocked to see Vegito win. I don't know why they had Gogeta do the Stardust Breaker on Vegito, which makes completely no sense. That's like using the Spirit Bomb against Krillin. It doesn't affect people with a pure heart. It's like, why as far as the fighting portion of the video, at least, right? Like, it wouldn't really make sense for Gogeta to use a Stardust Breaker on himself. That's basically like using on yourself, actually, now that I think about it, because like I said, Gogeta and Vegito are the same damn people. Well, regardless how you want to mix it, Gogeta and Vegeta, Goku and Vegeta make up these two people, you know? So that was still a bit weird that they decided to have him use the Stardust Breaker, Punishing Soul, whatever the hell you want to call it, on Vegito. It's a bit weird. That's another thing I want to go back to as far as the fusion's personality as well, because obviously people tend to use this as an argument that Vegito is more playful while Gogeta is more serious. And if I'm being honest, I don't really... This really goes back to my whole statement that I made 80 times this video, that they are the same person, right? So I don't think there's any difference in personality when it's a fusion of the two same damn people, you know? Like, obviously it was more of a reason for Vegito to play around. There was a reason why Vegito did what he did in the Buu Saga. What is the point of Vegito fusing, then transforming, and then destroying Buhan? What is the point of that? There was a reason why Vegito had to fool and play around. You want to know why? It's because Majin Buu already absorbed his son. He already absorbed Trunks. He already absorbed Piccolo. What is the point of Vegito going full power, full serious mode and killing Buhan? You can't get your kids back that way. Sure, you can wish them back, but why risk that when you can get them back another way? Oh wait, we can actually let him absorb us, and then we can get the bodies out of inside of Majin Buu and save our kids. Although they end up dying anyway because of Kid Buu, no thanks to him. But yeah, obviously Vegito, you can't just go into the... He's playing around, basically trying to get absorbed. That was the whole point. That is why, you know, if Vegito really wanted to kill Buhan, obviously he would have. He would have just straight up, serious face, Maj, killed him. But there's reasons to why Vegito did what he did, and he just played around. Gogeta never had any similar scenario to where he had to fool around or play around, regardless of how much stronger he is than the opponent. Even in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, obviously Gogeta Blue is stronger than the Broly and could have murdered him. Shout out to Chile for saving Broly. But the fact that, I mean, that was, like I said, that's a different scenario versus you got to save your family and you got to somehow get absorbed versus Broly is out of control. We got to stop this man. Like, two different scenarios right there, okay? Two different scenarios. Oh, Vegito, he fooled around, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure that was not the case when Vegito fought against Merge Zamasu, now was it? I do not think Vegito is fooling around versus Merge Zamasu, if I'm being honest.